Hi, it's Nancy with A Scroll in the Garden, and I'm going to take you around in just a bit and show you some of the damage we've been having with the winds. Okay, it's hard to know where to even begin, but it's still a beautiful day, and we have hope again because the wind has laid. So now it's just a matter of picking things up and gluing things back together, and I guess waiting for the next winds. But we did have that other late freeze, so everything that was like already frozen out is still looking terrible, and probably other things will be too. All of our red bed, there's one of them right there, red beds and forsythias, right there's one of those. All of those little bushes that bloomed out so pretty are gone. You can see that my sedum has suffered. I don't know. I'll probably have to clip all that off and hopefully it'll come out of it. And then there's some of the hostas, how they look, they look really bad right now. But we're really lucky. We're very lucky because here in our western Oklahoma area, all around us, there's been fires. Fires got started from the winds and just really went to town. They really just tore up things, and even some lives were lost, and livestock, and just so much. Here, mostly I just got things blown over. This one had blown over, and I picked it back up, and so it blew right back over and knocked this one down. So all my little fairy garden stuff is in pieces all around here. In a little bit I'll get out here and see if I can get some of that cleaned up. I put some of my things that should already be acclimatized. Today's the first day I've been able to set them outside. We've actually had winds, high winds, for at least 5 days in a row, maybe 6, but I know 5. I lost count. But today is beautiful. Just that beautiful weather can give a person hope. And as you can see, there's one of my little angels. Again, the tall ones definitely get blown off first. Some of these others actually held on fairly well for considering what they went through. But we sure got plenty of things that were tipped over too. There's one. Here's some over here that got blown down. I'll have to pick that up. But like I said, it's nothing at all compared to the loss of people's homes and crops and livelihoods and all the things that were going on. We need rain here in western Oklahoma, so if you pray for rain, pray for us. My little peonies, I don't know how you say that, but they got nipped with this last frost. I don't know if the little beds will be able to, if they'll be able to put on more beds or not. Some of this lighter furniture, garden furniture, did not stand a chance to not be blown over, so I knew that was going to happen. Looks like my little water garden is doing good. My little turtle is still on its perch or on its rock. And looks like this little one held. I wasn't sure, but I thought it would. Those stakes were just the extra long ones put down on all 3 of those, and it held it in. So that's good. Once I get out and get some of this mess cleaned up, as you can tell that it's got it pretty much everywhere. But with this beautiful weather like we're having today, we can just have some more of it, and it doesn't go totally right into heat, which it's done here in Oklahoma before, of course. Look at that. Of course, we knew that Angela had been gotten that first late frost we had. But that second one certainly didn't help matters any either. What it hadn't already got, it sort of managed to that time. Set this chair back up. So basically that just gives you an idea of what I'm going to be doing today. It's just picking up a bunch of stuff. There's some little tulips that didn't do too awfully bad. Oh, and I can show you this area here. This is where I told you we had the native daylilies, the orange daylilies that had just taken over. My husband actually helped me get those up. I'm sure there will be some little nodules left in there that will put up a shoot, and we'll have to take them out. And I actually did save a few in a container, but I don't want them in the ground anymore because they just totally take over. These few right here, I'm not sure that they're the natural daylilies. I did plant some along this way. As you can see, there's one right there, and I'm going to wait and make sure what they are before I take them out. So that's going to be it for today, I think. We have a little woodpecker that I believe is making a nest in our tree. And these are some of the daffodil bulbs that were still looking good. Also, one more time, I would like to ask you to pray for Oklahoma. This picture is courtesy of Faith Church in Hinton, Oklahoma. Hi, it's Nancy with A Scroll in the Garden, and we seem to have a pretty day today. It's a little bit cool still, but I did go down and get a few more plants, and yesterday with some trepidation, I went ahead and did a little bit of planting because we had a late frost. Everything was green and beautiful. Then we had a late frost, and then before we could get that cleaned up, we had another late frost, and the winds have been just outrageous. So actually fires were started, and all around us you can see the smoke billowing in the sky, and lots of people lost lots of their homes, their lands, or their crops on their lands, and cattle, and lots of loss. But we're going to try to welcome spring again. So this is one of my favorite parts of doing my garden, is going to the nurseries and bringing back beautiful plants, getting to pick them out and just look at the color as they're there. And what I usually do is just pick out what I like, and then I come home and I set it all out, and then I'll put all the sun plants in one area and all the shade plants in another area, and I'll look at the colors I have, and I'll look at where I need things in my garden, and I'll see how to kind of put those together the way I like them best. So I just finished my strawberry pot, filling it with alyssum, and I put a little yellow marguerite daisy to just really pick up the purple. And this may be my favorite thing I've put in my strawberry pot so far. I've tried several things, from purslane moss, which is beautiful when it's all in bloom, but lots of time it didn't bloom, especially during the times we had no water whatsoever, no rain whatsoever, for weeks and months, even months on end. But anyway, and I tried coleus, which was pretty, but somehow it just really wouldn't something I'd want to put back in it again unless I could find the more smaller trailing coleuses to mix in with it. But I think this is going to be just beautiful. If it does anything like it does in my mind's eye, it's just going to be so pretty. And then there's just so much to do that I'm going to take you back over to my little plants that I got today, plus the ones that I've rooted. And the ones that I've rooted look so bad, but if they will get a chance to come out of that, they will really shine too. They're very pretty in the garden. And then these are my shade plants that I picked out today, and I have an idea where I'm going to put some of them. I always love this beautiful, it was called a rose coleus. I've heard it called a watermelon coleus, and that's normally what I refer to it as, but that watermelon coleus will be planted with lipstick pink impatiens, and that is, to me, is just a perfectly beautiful combination. Those other colors, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I can't seem to resist red for some reason. I love it. And then this pretty dark coleus, isn't that lovely? And then right there beside it, that coral is always eye-catching to me. This is the white polka dot plant, and it may just seem like, well, it's just green and white, but you put it in the shade and it's just like you turned the light on there. So I love it for that reason. There's some more of my impatiens that I'll put around the bottom of taller things and hopefully match up their colors really pretty. Look at this. If I can get it focused in here for you, this pretty dahlia. Isn't that lovely? I'm not sure where I'm going to put that, but as you can tell, I do have a fondness for yellow and red together. They always catch my eye. I've probably got all these colors of marigolds in the form of seeds, but I just can't seem to resist. This is another one. It's actually not a red, but it's a bright pink and yellow, which is also very pretty. And there's another yellow dahlia, which I think will look pretty with some of this purple back here. Or this, what I'm planning on doing, I think, is this Marguerite daisy in that pretty purple calabrachoa in a pot together. I'm not sure yet where I'm going to put this red calabrachoa, but it certainly caught my eye. And then this orange one here. In my mind's eye, I see that in my pot in the back with purple heliotrope. I've done that before and it looked gorgeous. So hopefully I'll get that going again. And then these are, of course, are the Dusty Miller, which they go in sun or shade, and they play off of any color you put with them. They just bring the color out more. I got a couple of spikes. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them, but I love the spikes for pretty flare. Just look at it, even there, it draws your attention to it. And I hopefully will put that in the top of some pot and then fill it out, and hopefully it will be looking really good. This whole area right here is what I did yesterday, and that wind was terrible until late in the afternoon or even evening time before it actually got laid down a little bit. But these, I don't know if you can really tell, everything is so small right now, but they do have little plants in them. And at one point you'll be able to really see them when they grow up. And this is a pretty pink bacopa there, and I put some pink impatiens and angelonia right there. And then beside it there is a henna coleus, and those are really pretty too. I really like how the red and the green, or the reddish purple and green color there of it, when it grows up, and the leaves on the underside are all reddish purple and just very pretty. This little one here is got a bunch of stuff in it, but they're all so small it's kind of hard to tell right now, but hopefully that will really show off too. I've got a redhead coleus right there. It has tiny little shades of apricot in it, which is what this salvia here has got, apricot in it, so I'm hoping those will play off of each other. Then that little verbena right there, it also is a shade of apricot, and then this you won't really be able to tell how pretty it is together yet, but this Dusty Miller and this pretty, I can get it to focus in here for this, the Silver Falls Dashandra. It is so pretty with the Dusty Miller. They just totally go together. It's just like I think God made them for each other. We just had to find each other. And then this is just a little purple. It's got a purple salvia and the purple Wandering Jew, and then it has the pretty little purple verbena right there. So hopefully they'll all grow up to be so beautiful and hope they'll spill out of their pot in beauty, and hope we don't get another freeze and have to start all over again. I don't know if you can tell that pretty dark colored begonia back there with a beautiful white bloom, but the foliage is that pretty dark color. That's going to be shining on its own too one of these days soon. So this little Gara right here, it's also called swirling butterflies, and the white, I'm going to put it back in the back along with my red salvia and have those two grow up together. I had that one at one time, that my Gara, for some reason it disappeared, so, and that just happens sometimes. But I'm going to put it back together because I liked it so much, and even my husband complimented me on those two growing together. He said, "Is that two plants or just one that grows two different colors?" So he said it really looked good together. So that's always nice when he gives me compliments. There's another begonia back there. The flower is fading, doesn't look quite so pretty, but you can tell that pretty dark foliage and that dark pink, almost red, very pretty. So I guess I better get busy. But that's what we're doing, and what I hope to be doing the rest of the day is planting, and we do have a pretty day for it. The wind is cut in half from what it was yesterday, so that's great, and we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. That's even better, and hopefully all these fires that are still going, still causing havoc and destruction, hopefully that will all be gone after our rains.